This is Randy Bale from All Sports Scoreboards. I'd like to actually introduce you to one of our Aussie rules and cricket combination scoreboards. This is one of the primary designs that we've actually designed so that we can cover two sports for the same ground, so only buying one scoreboard covers for both of you. Right now this is actually set up in Aussie rules mode. You can see we have the game clock that we can actually make to either count up or count down, as well as the time of day. So if you're just playing time of day matches, especially for cricket, that's where that really comes into play. But for Aussie rules, some clubs like to count up, other clubs like to count down, so you can do any one of those options. This one also has the previous game scores on it, so whoever scored whatever it was before in the game before, we can actually load that up onto there. You can have as many previous games if you want. If you have the under 16s, you have the reserves, the under 18s, whatever, we can actually show that as well for you as well. The team names, okay, electronic team names in Aussie rules mode. You can actually program the team names, very easy to change, enter the information in. I'll show you that in a moment on the controller. Or for cricket, it's actually set up for the batsman names. So you can change the name of the batsmen, okay? So I'll show you in Aussie rules mode. You have it set up, so you have your game clock up here, you have your goals behind in total. As a goal is scored, the total automatically increments on the actual program. So you don't have to change one and change the other, it will automatically increment for you. Pretty straightforward in that regards. It's a cricket mode. How it's set up with the cricket mode, once again your batsman names are actually entered into here, so as the batter comes up and enters to bat, the batsman run total is actually in this column here for the one batter, and the second batter is there. Those scores automatically add up into the innings total, okay? When a new batter comes in, the new batter name would obviously go in there. Their score would actually start with their actually batsman scores. Their total would actually continue to add on to the innings total as well. So that can do throughout every batting change. You can actually continue to add on to your innings total. Your wickets and your overs change as they would normally. Your chasing total here at the change of an innings, whatever the innings total in, say if that was 106, when a new inning comes in, it would pop down to here. The 107 would be your chasing total, and you'd have 0 starting here for your new team, your new batsman to actually start adding on to. Because they want to be chasing the total plus one run so they can go ahead with the previous innings total. Pretty simple setup in relation to everything else. This one, as you can see, is actually mounted onto a trolley. We've actually fabricated this as well so you can wheel this into your clubhouse. If you go any larger than this, you actually want to have a tow on trolley. You actually want a tow behind the vehicle. This unit right here will weigh probably about 250 kilograms, so 300 kilograms. So that'd be about the overall weight of it. The fascia covers on all these are unbreakable Lexan polycarbonate. And over the top of that, they have a UV protective anti-glare vinyl, so that when the sun actually shines on it, the sun's actually not going to create any glare against that. So you can put this in direct sunlight, and you won't have any problem with that. We provide lifting lugs at the top of the actual scoreboards themselves. So when you're installing this, you can actually lift it off the truck, use the lifting lugs and drop it straight into place on your frame. You can also use those points because they have bucca rods that actually will come through that down into the guts of the actual scoreboard, so you can use those positions as mounting points. Other than that, you can mount anywhere along the external parameter of the scoreboard itself. Internally, it's made of aluminum extrusions, so it's not going to rust on you, with good color bond capping. The colors of which the whole color bond chart you can actually go from, so it can be any color in a color bond chart. The logo, as you can see, we print the logos on. We actually can do that for you. We do that all in-house. So whatever your logo is, as long as you provide it with good artwork for us, we will actually be able to print your logo. If you don't have good artwork, we can actually design that and set that on for you as well. The clock position can be in the center as it is here. It can be to the right, to the left. It can be with or without the electronic names. You can just show your standard batsman names or the team names. We can have slide-in placards. We can set up however you actually want to do it. Anyway, that's one of our, probably one of the most popular scoreboards is this type of setup here, because like I said, it covers Australian rules and cricket as one scoreboard, so you can share the cost of expenditure between the different grounds. The controller itself, as you can see, the controller is, we set everything up on a computer, a PC setup. So here you can see that it's actually, to take and change a score, whatever is on the controller itself is also on the scoreboard. So The controller does not, the person who's scoring the game does not have to be in line of sight with the scoreboard, because that's essentially the scoreboard that's actually in front of that. Once again, to change, somebody scores the goal, you essentially just click it, and as you can see, everything automatically increments here. Same setup would be for your basketball, or sorry, for your cricket as well, for that sport as well. Wireless controller, the wireless range for your controller. This one's upwards of 300 meters for this one, but we can have these with a range of upwards of a couple of kilometers. But no field is really that big. So that's it. Installation, bring power to the unit. They're made up to essentially power and play. So you bring power to the actual scoreboard upon installation. If it's not data cable, data would just be a standard Cat5 cable, depending upon your cable length that you want to go to, because you may require fiber optic for cabling. But once again, that's just dependent on the grounds. Most people, most clubs go with your wireless because it's a very simple setup. You bring power to your scoreboard, you bring power to your controller, which is a standard power, standard GPO. Power the scoreboard on, turn that on, open the program, away you go. Pretty much that's it. My name is Randy Babel. I'm from All Sports Scoreboards. AllSportsScoreboards.com is the actual website. Feel free to have a look, but we can design anything and any type of scoreboard for any setup for you to suit your sport.